Education and technology are both essential for development and advancement. Education and careers in technology proved to be a powerful combination exemplified by 4 Belizean women.
When I was about to finish high school, I was looking at a couple of options and I had a strong love for math. And I said, I wanted something with math, but I didn't want to become a teacher. And I thought, if you take math, that's the only career option you'd have. So I researched a bit and I saw that information technology you needed a strong math foundation for that. My dad also was very into computers and I think that's how we kind of bonded. So I decided, okay, let me go ahead and take this field. When I wanted to take it, a lot of people discouraged me saying, that's more a male-dominated field. And I think that itself was a bigger motivation to prove that, I could do it.
So it's quite an interesting story how I got into IT. It was out of necessity. A few years ago, my son was diagnosed with autism, and it was during these challenges that I guess was forced to teach myself to create computer games and mobile apps to help him overcome challenges with his speech and social skills. And the results were amazing. And it became profitable for me to continue creating these solutions for my son by packaging them and offering them on the market to other parents.
I started way at the bottom, doing everything. We did programming, we did fixing printers, paper jams, technician work, and any other thing that you can throw under IT. After that, I was promoted to the supervisor of the IT engineers. After that, then I became manager of IT operations, and now I am the senior manager of IT operations. So I've done it all.
The most exciting part for a career in IT would probably be that you can't expect things. There's a lot of unexpected things that happen, especially in my field with hardware. You don't know sometimes if it's a hardware that fails, if there's software. There are a lot of new challenges that come up every now and then.
The challenges are varied, however, the opportunities and rewards are limitless.
I think the males within particularly within the IT, for me, the IT sector, would prefer maybe a male being the pioneer or one of the leading programmers, especially in Belize and the Caribbean. But having my son and using his development as a platform to kind of showcase how effective these solutions are, I've been able to deter some of those questions that will come from naysayers about how qualified I am to be the person to deliver the solution to the masses.
When you're entering into a field that is male dominated, it still is. There's this traditional notion that it is the IT field is assigned to a certain gender. There is a greater push and a thrust towards STEAM, science, technology, engineer, arts, and math for girls. And I think there's greater support. You can see funding is dedicated to trying to inspire girls to enter into the STEAM field.
When starting off, you do hear that there is an imbalance in terms of gender in the field. When studying, I did see that. And also working, I work amongst 4 guys and I'm the only female in the job. I guess there's a stereotype as to how a female in IT should look. So if she's wearing a dress and maybe some heels, that she doesn't belong in this field. In the beginning, you think to yourself that maybe the easiest thing would be to start dressing the part, or just maybe fitting the role or the stereotype. Then I thought to myself, why should I change who I am just to fit a stereotype? Instead, I started looking at it like, let me make a change.
Connected women creating brighter futures for an innovative Belize.
And one of the recent accomplishments that I'm most proud of is a tech training that we designed for the Ministry of Education, Culture, Science and Technology that focused for teachers and them learning the platforms to be able to deliver instruction to students. I'm so proud that I was a positive influence on these teachers and my technical skills came to use, and hoping that they use that to be a positive influence to their students, making a bigger social impact.
I had recently gotten an award in Australia from one of their magazines for business excellence for best educational apps specialist, and they have a fairly large reach.
The accomplishment in the field that I'm most proud of is my master's degree that I received from Universidad Internacional de La Rioja, which is in Spain. While I was studying, I was able to implement what I was studying in the IT field right here at work. And it does also help me because one of the requirements of being senior manager is having your master's degree.
The future for girls in ICT is limitless.
The advice I would give the girls pursuing STEM subjects would be, don't give up. It does get hard. I remember one time in Cuba, I was studying physics and I got below the lowest minimum mark you could get. And I went to the teacher crying and I asked him to please, understand that I was doing my best. And he said, no, you need to study harder. Which I did. Afterwards, I went to all the study groups there was for physics. I personally studied every night during the day. I looked for friends who were studying physics. When I went to the exam, I got full marks and the teacher was surprised and I was too.
A career in IT for young women would be very rewarding, primarily because the industry is not yet saturated, right? There are very few good developers, and that makes it a lot easier to break into the industry as a professional, especially if you want to start your own business or your own IT-based business like I did. There are lots of solutions that you can provide to the public that isn't already out there.
The world has great opportunities for you. Don't limit yourself to the traditional gender stereotypes. If you do, you won't take risks, you won't take a chance, and you'll never find that fulfilling, passionate job that you may really want.
First thing I would like to tell females that are planning to take IT as a career or are interested in IT, do not be deterred by the gender stereotypes that currently exist. You can make a change. We are living in a technological era, and with COVID, everyone has had to adapt to technology in some way or the other. So this field will always have opportunities. There are tons that exist and tons of possibilities. Once you put in the work, anything is possible. So achieve your goals, follow your dreams.
Follow your dreams and aspirations to become a young woman in information, communication, and technology, ICT. Don't allow setbacks or society to discourage you. Believe in yourself, and all your hard work and sacrifices will pay off.